Stop me if you heard this before. The New Orleans Saints is a sleeper team. Stop me if you heard this before. The New Orleans Saints are going to make some noise. Are they going to be better than people think? Stop me if you heard this before. The New Orleans Saints possibly can make the NFC Championship. The same rhetoric and the same predictions, the same talk is around the New Orleans Saints year after year after year. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not one to shy away from that talk. I am probably one of the people that have fueled that talk. You know, I thought Jameis Winston was going to be a lot better for the Saints than he was. Nobody really knows if and when we're going to get a consistently healthy Michael Thomas again. I know that Alvin Kamara, I think he's going to be suspended 3 games, but like I said, it's the Saints don't have that tough of a schedule outside the preseason. Don't have that tough of a schedule. There's always been buzz around the New Orleans Saints. And every single year, the New Orleans Saints is supposed to be that team that can make some noise. Now, don't get me wrong. The New Orleans Saints has a good roster. You have Jonathan Abrams, who I think they got from the Raiders. You have Derek Carr now, who we'll talk about in a second. You still have Demario Davis. I know that you signed Jimmy Graham again. I know Cam Jordan just signed an extension, so shouts out to him. And he's one of the best defensive players in the league. Like I said, he is suspended for 3 games, but you have Alvin Kamara. You have Lonnie Johnson. This team is going to be a very good. You still have Marshawn Lattimore. This team is going to be a very good. Tyrann Mathieu. I'm sorry. It's going to be a good team. This is a good team. This is a very good team. And I'm not one to believe in I'm not one to believe in curses or voodoo or anything like that, but there has to be said the Saints have had some historically epic ways that their seasons have ended the last few years. I mean, you remember the pass interference that wasn't called against the Rams, the back and forth game between Drew Brees and Tom Brady, Jameis Winston getting hurt, pretty much their entire team getting hurt last year towards the end of the year. Michael Thomas again getting hurt again. They have Jamal Williams, who's really good. I'll say this, man. And I'll be the guy again. This Saints team, to me, there's no in between with this Saints team. And what do I mean by that? To me, this team is going to be very good, or they're going to be not good at all. I think that we've said from time to time, all Derek Carr needs is a competent wide receiver core and a really good offensive line. He never really had that at all with the Raiders. Well, you have one of the best offensive lines in football in New Orleans, and you have, let's hope that, of course, Michael Thomas can stay healthy, but you have one of the best wide receiving cores in football with the Saints. I mean, let me see. You have, why am I blanking on his name? Chris Olave, like you have Tre'Quan Smith. You have pieces, man. To me, the excuses that we have given Derek Carr is out the window now. You're in a new situation. You're in a better situation, a lot of people think. and you have a better defense. This team, I'm not going to say Super Bowl, but when we look at how weak the NFC is, this team should definitely be able to make some noise and should make some. I mean, when you put the teams up next to each other, this team can rival maybe a Dallas Cowboys. I don't think that this team is good enough at all to rival a Philly or rival a 49ers team, but I don't think that this team is that far removed from being that good. And I think that all the excuses that we've given Derek Carr will go out the window. So if you're successful, maybe it was the organization around him and the lack of competency and the lack of protection around Derek Carr when he was in Las Vegas or Oakland. But if he's not good and he's the same Derek Carr that throws head-scratching interceptions, it's like, all right, maybe it wasn't the organization. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.